It is finally here. The U.S. leg of Alibaba's roadshow is in full swing. The e-commerce giant's top executives and underwriters were here in New York City meeting with investors. They're trying to convince potential shareholders that this stock is a must-have. And Tracy Tandon has been following all the action. She joins me now in the studio. Tracy, a big day, 800 people at the Waldorf Astoria. Investors want to hear about this company, but what is their biggest concern?
Well, Michelle, the biggest concern that investors have when it comes to the Alibaba IPO is really taking a closer look at Alibaba's M&A strategy. So over the last 1 year, Alibaba has invested $4.6 billion in mergers and acquisitions. That's a big sum of money, even for a company as big as Alibaba. And they've been investing in a whole slew of industries, everything from mobile to logistics, even snapping up a Chinese football team. Alibaba's reasoning behind this is that they really are looking to diversify their portfolio and gain a number of revenue streams. But when you snap up a company, no matter how big or small, there is going to be a lot of time and money invested into making sure that company or business unit is properly assimilated into Alibaba. So investors are concerned and they want to know what Jack Ma's M&A strategy is, whether he's just this billionaire mogul who's going to be quick at cashing checks, or whether there is a proper M&A strategy that's not going to put a squeeze on profit margin.
Yeah, that $190 million for that Chinese soccer team did raise a couple of eyebrows. Now, Alibaba dominates the Chinese e-commerce space, accounting for about 80% of it. Are there concerns about competition within China? And are investors also wondering how Alibaba can position itself domestically in the U.S. against the likes of Amazon and eBay?
Well, as we all know, Alibaba is regularly compared as the Amazon, eBay, and PayPal of China. Now, many analysts that I've been speaking to say that it's very unlikely Alibaba will dominate Amazon on home turf or conquer Amazon's market on home turf. What everyone's really focusing on is what's going to happen with Alibaba in China and how they beat out competition in China. One analyst I spoke to says that Alibaba still got a very big presence in China. In fact, if you're shopping on the online space, there's an 80% chance you're shopping on Alibaba.
Alibaba is essentially the granddaddy of all IPOs, and there's never been an internet company of this size and scope. So just to give some sense of the size of it, for example, if you're shopping online in China, 80% chance you're shopping through Alibaba.
So, Michelle, the big question on everyone's mind is how will Alibaba compete against its true Chinese competitors? So analysts in Asia like to call this BAT. B for Baidu, China's largest search engine you could compare to Google, A for Alibaba, and T for Tencent, China's largest internet company, which also owns the messaging app WeChat. So the battleground of the bats, Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent. Now, Tencent has also been very aggressively snapping up companies. They're very active within the merger and acquisition space. So the big question on investors' mind as the roadshow kicks off over the next coming days is how will Alibaba compete in China?
Well, so far it is the dominant play, although JD.com is growing at a faster pace. But investors who want exposure to the Chinese consumer are betting big on Alibaba. And we're going to see how big they're betting come September 19th. So the roadshow in New York today, lots of other cities, 100 meetings planned. What's the next destination?
That's right. So New York today, and over the next coming days, they're going to still be stateside. So they're going to be in Boston, they'll be in San Francisco, in Los Angeles, as well as Denver, Colorado. And then they're going to move on to London, where they'll try and woo investors across Europe. And then after that, they're going to be in Singapore and Hong Kong. Michelle, there is some chatter that Alibaba might also end up in the Middle East before making its way back to New York for September 18th, the pricing, and then September 19th, the IPO.
And on September 18th, we will see exactly where in that 60 to 66 price range they will indeed price, maybe higher.
Place your bets.
Okay, well, we'll be following that. Always good to have you, Tracy Tandon.
Thank you.
Following the Alibaba Roadshow in New York. Now,